Hi guys, already made one video today about car audio, so why not do another one? This is gonna be a short one because this is about this little boy. This was one of the first subwoofers that Cerwin-Vega introduced to the car audio world, and it's really not a subwoofer in itself. It is a woofer, and it's a hi-fi woofer. It's the LE model. And this is the LE10S, and yeah, what can I say? Late 80s, probably 88, 89 somewhere. Cerwin-Vega built car audio speakers before they made woofers and subwoofers for car. So they started out by building 6x9s and other sizes, and then they wanted to get into this area. So a quick fix when the car audio market in the late 80s started to boom, instead of doing R&D and spend months on the drawing board and come up with a model, they wanted to hit the market right there and then. So they just rebadged and reboxed a hi-fi woofer, and it worked for a little bit, but of course not like they intended. This one is blown. The spider is way too soft. Car audio subwoofers and woofers have, if you compare them to hi-fi models, way stiffer and stronger spiders. This one is way too sloppy and way too soft. Also, cones on car audio, dedicated car audio subwoofers and woofers and speakers, is handled and dealt with it in a different way to withstand moisture and sunlight and all that stuff. Same with the surround. So everything that was wrong with this one when they put it in the car, but it gave them a quick fix. And it, like I said, it worked for a while. It worked long enough for them to be able to do some R&D and come out with the XL series, which was the one that came after this one. And XL series was the real first series from Cerwin-Vega as an attempt to claim the car audio market, and boy did they do that. So if you come across an LE, yeah, it's not really a car audio subwoofer or woofer. It is a woofer, but it's meant for hi-fi. So you can use it for, it's a 4 ohm. So you can use it in a home speaker, or you can use it in a car if you want to, but I mean the spider is way too soft. So when you start pushing this one with some heavy artillery, good amplifiers, you will bottom this one pretty darn fast. They made them in, this is a 10-inch. They made them in 10, 12, 15, and 18. I'm not sure if they made them in 8s, but they might have. And you see it, they have the typical hi-fi basket. Typical hi-fi basket. If you look at the other 10s I have here for the DX series, it's the, the D series, it is the same basket almost. It is. It's just powder coated black. And that's what they did. They powder coated it black, and that was it. They made some boxes and car audio. They were in the car audio business. So that's kind of funny. So that one was the first one that they had, I think, that was really putting them on the market. They also came with, you know, they had those boxes that they came with that was ready to be put in your car, and that's where this model came in. This is the this one has a little bit stiffer, or a little bit way stiffer spider, because this was also more like a car audio thing. Dual voice coil on this one, RW12D. This one was the ones that came in those boxes. I think, not sure if they sold them as separates or individuals. So they had some models that was like okay, some was questionable, and some was good. But they also, like I said, they moved on and made these ones. Give me a second here, guys. Oops. The Stealth. And like I told you earlier, you see the Stealth has a totally different basket than the LE. You won't find this type of basket except for in the car audio. There's a little bit difference on them. What can I say about the Stealth? Well, Stealth is a really good subwoofer. Not like a big X-Max subwoofer, because it doesn't have the right parts to do that. I mean, the surround is very tight, it's very narrow, it's very low. It's not a big surround. I think this surround is in fact smaller than the hi-fi surrounds in the same 12-inch size. So, and that is typical when you make a woofer that is made for both can be used as in a sealed application and can be used in a ported application, but these were also made for open baffle. So when you have, and this one is really stiff, and the Stealth models were stiff things, and you have to do that when you have them in an open air baffle, because you don't want uncontrolled movement of the cone, because that will be disaster. So if you see on the cones and the basket and the magnets, the magnet is fairly okay sized, nothing like huge or humongous. I don't know if you can see it. It's a very shallow subwoofer. Has those clamp on things that I don't really like. They bend, they twist, they mangle. But I mean, the Stealth wasn't the most expensive models they had. They paid a lot of attention to the cone, however. So the cone on the Stealth is very good. It's very stiff, very rigid, and this one will take some abuse. This one will take quite a bit of power too, if used right. So I like it. And Stealth was the first model where they, in the car audio, went with the black surround. So they had a cool dust cap. Sadly, my cat stepped on it and dented it. I tried the trick with the needle. I tried the trick with the vacuum cleaner and tape and all kinds of stuff, and nothing helps. So I have an inverted dust cap on my Stealth, thanks to the frickin' cat. Cool magnet, cool design, cool colors. I like the colors on it. They went a little bit bananas on the colors. Kind of fits the the grill on that one. And this is the one where I had the 8-inch of this in here. And oh my god, does it play good in there. And that's a ported speaker. So I really like the 8-inch of this Stealth. And I like the 12-inch. I have to say that the 10-inch, I don't know, it didn't do anything for me. I think the 8-inch, I think the 8-inch is the best one in this series. This Stealth series, I like the 8-inch the best. For some reason. I don't know why, but for some reason I do. Let me put this away. Okay. So that was subwoofers, and I'm gonna call it for that for today. We can do some more videos on side systems like 6x9s and front door speakers and stuff like that later on. But at least we have looked at some woofers today. We have touched the car audio side of Cerwin-Vega. And let me show you this one. Here's my favorite series, 10-inch XL. My absolute favorite series of them all. This one's brand new in plastic. Sadly, I bought it like this. It has a little tear in the surround, so I have to get a new surround for it. But I bought it like that on eBay, but I got it cheap way back. So yeah, if you come across the LE, just remember it is a hi-fi sub, and it's not very suited for car audio use. So if someone tries to sell you the LE as a car audio subwoofer, yes, they were used as it, but they were rebadged and relabeled hi-fi woofers, so they really don't work as well in a car, and they are kind of tricky to build a box for, because there is no TNS parameters out there for you to find so you can build a correct box. So you have to build a box by guessing and hoping that the volume is correct. The ports are no, it's not the problem, because you tune the box with the ports, so you tune it to what you want. But since you don't know what the frequency of the driver is itself, it's kind of hard. But as long as you stay over 35 hertz in port tuning, you should be okay. But if someone tries to sell you an LE and you want to put that in your car, just buy it, because it's hard to find, and just set it aside. And if you get another one, you can build yourself a hi-fi speaker. But go for dedicated subwoofers for car. Definitely don't go for hi-fi stuff. I mean, before I built my own my first Cerwin-Vega system in my car, I had some old woofers laying around at home, and I built a box for them and put them in my car and powered them with some Carver amplifiers to begin with, and it worked for 2 weeks, and then they said goodnight. So hi-fi woofers is not very ideal to be used in a car, just to mention that. I mean, we can make a few more videos later on when it comes to car audio. I have some really cool old 6x9s here that I definitely will make a video on. So until next time, have a great day.